All right, I've had a lot of people ask me how I record the videos that I do, the software and kind of my studio setup. So I thought I'd just take you through quickly my home office and show you just kind of what I do and how I do it. So that's what this video is going to be about. Students, teachers, everybody. This will work for everybody if you're interested. Okay. Okay, first thing is I have this green screen. This is a microfiber backdrop. I got it not too long ago, so there's still some wrinkles in it. I probably would be best to steam it, probably be a little bit better. But it's a non-reflective. Now, I've used green fabric from like Walmart. It's a lot cheaper, but you know that backdrop seems to work better than that stuff, and it was only about $35. So here I have some stuff set up where I can control my audio. You don't need something like this unless you're doing like a lot of recording. I've been kind of experimenting with recording some audiobooks, and so I have this nice microphone that I use, gives me a good clear sound. And then of course my studio monitor headset that really gives me some good feedback on what's going on. I got this little ring light. It helps for some close-up stuff that I'm going to be doing, like with the Arduino, but you really don't need it. All right, so as you can see right now, in my monitor right here, oops, I'm actually, there's no background. This software is called OBS. It's called Open Broadcasting Studio. And so OBS is free. It works really well. I enjoy using it. Now, if you have the ability to do two monitors, it's really nice because what I'll do is I'll have my screen that you can see right there. I'll have that over here. So I know what I'm recording, people are going to see on this screen, whereas what people don't see is on this screen over here, or even in this little space right here, because I've cropped that out so I can have like notes and things that I need right there while I'm doing this. You can record without seeing OBS, so you could do it with just one monitor. It works just fine, but it's a little bit better. I have a little privacy clip there, but you can use the camera on your computer. I have a separate webcam right here, so I can have it on this screen and have this view. That also allows you to set up multiple camera views if you want to. But OBS is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, honestly. You can go through the little like wizard, but really what you do is you just create a scene right here. You can name it. So in here, it's hard to record and do this at the same time. In sources, you click the little plus symbol, and that's where you select what kind of source you want to include. And so let's say that I just want to include, I'll use my camera. So I would say video capture device. And you can name it if you want. I'm not going to. I'll just say OK. Then you just click the little drop down here, select which camera if you have more than one connected. All right, so there we go. I've selected the camera. Click OK. Now is when you get a chance to resize it. If you want to put it down in the bottom corner or something, you can do that. So what I'll do right now is I'll key out the green, and so you can kind of just see how that works. You just right click on whatever it is that you want to do, and then you select filters, And in here you could, there's audio and video filters you can do. I don't really use those very much. If I click plus, you select chroma key. That's chroma key right there. Okay. Once you've selected chroma key, click OK, and you'll see that it automatically detected that there was green behind me. Now, it can be a little tricky to get it to show up just right. So that's why you'd go down here under green, and sometimes you want to click custom. If your green is not quite the green that it's looking for instance, my green fabric is a little bit darker. So I just darken this up a little bit like that, and then click OK. It's going to be a little bit of trial and error. And so you see now that I changed the color, it's starting to key out other stuff that I don't want it to key out, like part of my face. And so you can come down here and select for similarity. And so you just kind of have to play with the settings a little bit. And so, you know, and then like smoothness, that'll take out some of the grainy stuff. You're probably not seeing a very good representation because it's, you know, on my camera, but you can see there my green backdrop is keyed out, and my brown backdrop over here is not. So really, I mean, that's what you're going to do to have your key, you know, your background. Because now when I click OK or click close, now you can see it's black. I see I still need to probably adjust it a little bit. And so I can now say, I can put this down here. I could crop it out. There is a crop or padding feature but I could just do that. That's just a simple way to do it. And then whatever else I put down there, I could put another camera behind there. You just go down here and then add something. I'll just add, say, a let's see, video. Yeah, let's just do another video capture device just so I can demonstrate that. Name it whatever you want. Okay, selected. I have a second camera, the HD webcam right there. And there's my second camera. Click OK. Now you can see it's in front of this video, right? So now all I do is go down here and you click and drag to change where it shows up. And so now you can see, you know, I got two different cameras. You're going to need to probably adjust your camera colors just to make sure that they show up right. You know, especially if you're using two different angles, because when you switch between views, you know, you're going to get some strange things. It's going to look weird because you can see I'm very orange in the left. It's my Donald Trump filter. And then I'm very, you know, pale on the right. That's my white guy filter. Anyway, so now down here you have these different scenes. And so you can easily, while you're recording even, just click to switch to a different scene. So if I wanted to do something like this versus something like that, and you can even switch here so that it's, instead of cut, it would do like a fade between them. So now when I select the second one, it fades between those two multiple scenes. So where this is going to be useful is I will have a camera, another camera probably set up where one will be pointing down at the Arduino that I'm going to be working with. And so I'll have myself up here while I have the Arduino in the background. And then when I switch to the computer, then I would just switch to something like this, where then I'm at the computer and we're working on stuff at the computer. So that's going to be helpful for me because I don't have to do as much editing that way. I can just switch between the scenes and then do that. Now, if you have a verified YouTube account or Twitch or something like that, you can actually stream live whatever it is that you're doing. And so I've done that, and I do that quite a bit actually. And then you can also click Start Recording. And so you can actually do those things at the exact same time. So you can stream and record at the same time. Then that way, you know, you don't have to make your stream public and you can edit your stream later. I've done that where I've actually done a live class in my classroom where I've actually taught with a camera on me, streaming live to YouTube, and then gone back and edited it just cut out, maybe some stuff that didn't quite work or something, and then use that as like a video for my class for review, or even for a period later in the day where I had to go run an errand or something. And so OBS has been a very, very powerful tool for me to use. Being able to live stream, being able to record, and then editing. The way editing goes is, if you use a Mac, then just use iMovie. Okay, if you already know how to use something like Adobe Premiere, then great, good for you. If you don't and you have a Mac, iMovie is free, and there's tons of tutorials on it. It's fairly intuitive. It's just, import media, drag it to the timeline, and then just start cutting and pasting wherever you want stuff. Add some music, something like that, okay? So I hope that it helps. I hope that's something that you can use. I'll put a link for OBS in the description to download it. I'll put a link for my green screen that I bought from Amazon, and that way you can buy that one if you want. Anyway, if you have questions, go ahead and put them in the comments below. I've been answering my comments really pretty quick. I've been trying to anyway. And so I'm happy to help teachers however I can. So I really appreciate you guys. And if you could share this with your friends and families and colleagues so that they can, see the kind of content that I'm offering, I would really appreciate that too. Thanks so much.